What's up? What's up? Man, I'm just sitting here in a whole bunch of traffic, trying to get home. It's raining out Virginia, driving home back to Maryland, coming up this parkway, man. But I want to get some of you guys what's your thoughts of us, the Commanders, starting 1-0 after beating the Giants. It was a little, I felt a little iffy for a little while at first. Well, not iffy. I wasn't really worried, but I thought that it played out like the Giants was always somewhat in it. If the Giants could break away with one play or a couple plays to score a touchdown, I thought they were in it a little bit too close for comfort, you know. But it didn't work out that way. Commanders end up playing how they played, end up winning the game, and it was good to finally start off, 1-0. Last year we played Tampa Bay the first game of the year, and we started off 0-1 before we had that nice run. So starting off 1-0 is huge this year, especially with this type of schedule that we have. And they play the Packers next. They play the Packers tomorrow night. Then they come back, play a home game against the Raiders. And then they have another away game against Atlanta. And then they play San Diego. After that, they have a tough schedule after that, So it was, we had to do what we had to do like we did last year to win these tough games, win these divisional games. Some of the key things that I saw right off the bat was our defense, like everybody else, our defensive front, our defensive line. Man, they brought the pain against that Giants front. They harassed Russell Wilson all game. They stuffed the run, and more importantly, they got out of there. They were healthy. They rotated their defensive line. They constantly had fresh bodies. And even when they brought their rotation in, those guys were just like the starters. They were relentless. They was coming after, they was attacking the offensive lineman. They was getting in, making hits on Russell Wilson, and they just brought pressure all game without really having to blitz much. And that's something they end up letting Wagner and Louvu run free. They was able to roam and make tackles on the running backs. So it ended up working out great. Our secondary, Lattimore, Amos, Hurst, Quan Martin, man, them boys was playing. And not just to say that, we were playing the Giants, the Giants really don't have nobody but you could think about but neighbors. But, they still played. And I'm real anxious on what they're going to do against the Packers. Because I watched that game too, the Packers and the Lions. I watched it when it televised, and I went and watched it on NFL Plus, the replay. And I want to see what they really can do, because the Packers have pretty much spread you out a little bit, and get the ball up in that field. So I want to see what the secondary can do, but the pass rush to do, playing someone who was a playoff team last year. So I just want to see what they could do against the Packers, and that's going to be a big test early in the year. Guys are still learning each other. I'm pretty sure the Packers, they're still learning each other, what they can do offensively, what they can do defensively, everything. So that's going to be a good matchup.
Stay in the middle lane and go past this exit.
So our offense started off, looked just like a preseason game, had a lot of mistakes, had a couple drop passes, had a couple passes that was off target. I ended up watching Commanders game live, and then I rewatched it again the whole 3 hours on the broadcast. Then I rewatched the coaches tape just to get a feel for certain players and how I feel as though they did during the game.
Use the right lane to take the exit onto I-95 North and I-495 North toward Baltimore.
So it was all in all, I thought the defense did a good job. I thought the offense played they played good enough to win. Being as though they were playing the Giants. They played good enough to win. They still made a lot of mistakes. Eckler, Bill, they had McNichols came in there late in the fourth quarter. They all played their role, all played their part in the game, had to end up having good games, made some throws that we wish we could have had back with Zach Ertz with that first opening drive. I know he always catch those balls, but he let that one get up on him. Debo had a ball hit his hands deep in the fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, I think that was maybe first half somewhere. Second quarter, he got let get up off of him, and but all in all, Jaden was missing targets. But you know, first real game out there to play. First really playing with the pads for, you know, and so they still got a whole lot to work on, a whole lot to, you know, you just take from this, learn from this, and build on it. So, you know, I seen a little bit of tapes of our rookie Connerly. He played okay. It was a couple of plays where I think, you know, the Giants got the best of them. And same thing with God up there with Brandon Coleman. So it was a certain play they got the best of him. But you know, that's why you have, you know, you continuously to practice, continuously to make adjustments, watch the film, and learn from those mistakes. And I think our offense going to play good or going to be good. Jaden continuously, you know, Jaden get guys out of trouble with his legs, being able to step up, roll to his right, roll to his left, make the throws. So he bailed us out a whole lot on some of them plays, man. Some of them plays. But again, we got to get back to our wide receiving core. You know, I wish they could get Terry more involved. Just like they got Debo involved early. They got to get Terry involved. They got to get him out what he do best. Some quick screens to both of the wide receivers, and then get them upfield. Some quick slants, some you know, get the ball in their hands where they do when they can create the most damage, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for them to, you know, get Terry more involved this week, and get continuously to get Debo and Ertz, Eckler, get them involved more in the passing game. It's going to be a tough battle coming up against Green Bay. That's going to be rough. That pass rush is going to be, that pass rush is going to be rough. But I still think our guys can get in there and play. It's all about getting out there and playing. I felt the same way when we played Detroit last year. You know, when we played them that playoff game, I was worried all week. I said, Detroit going to do this, they could do that. They did a lot of things good, but when we get out there in the field, that's why you play the game. The same thing like I feel as though with Packers. Now, if Parsons get out, Gary get out, I mean, hey, let them make their plays. It's like just like Brian Burns make their play. It can't be devastating plays, you know. But if they make a play here, make a sack here, you know, it won't affect you. Don't let it be like game-changing sacks or down in the sacks. You know, you just get out there, you play. You if you gotta use a tight end, you chip them. You gotta use the wide receiver in the slot, you chip them. Running back, chip. You do whatever you gotta do to try to control these guys and just slow them down. throw a shoulder into them, you know, then you go out into your route, you know. So, but besides that, I think it's gonna be a good game. Short week, travel, playing up in Green Bay. I just like the matchup. You know, every game make me nervous, no matter who we play. I was nervous against the Giants. I'll be nervous again against the Raiders after this week. But I think the Commanders will be fine. I think they'll be fine. You know, they play their ball. Jaden continuously, you know, he got to get out of there, try to avoid those game-changing plays, and they'll be fine. So, eager to watch this game tomorrow night. Eager to see, you know, what we can do against another Super Bowl contending team. And we just off to a great start. Glad that we got the Giants out the way, because I was a little bit worried about the Giants and their pass rush and what they could do. And hopefully, you know, we do what we gotta do to move forward, man. So I'm hoping the Commanders come out, play, they get on track with their offense, and they'll be fine. They'll be fine, and they're gonna show out. So I'm gonna try to get out, try to make more videos, because last year I missed all of last year, basically not having the time to make videos, not having the time to make content. But I'm gonna make time, I'm gonna force myself to make more content, even if I could get out here on my own, get out here by myself, because some of my other buddies not available to do it. So I'm gonna get out here, I'm gonna try to make game content every week, no matter what. So like, subscribe, and I get to get back with you guys right after that Green Bay game, man. But you know, hopefully it's a Commanders win, a big win, and that could be, you know, that could lead us to a 2-0 start, play the Raiders, and just keep going from there. It's a tight schedule, it's a rough schedule, but hey, that's what you get when you win, start winning. So like, subscribe, and I'll get back with you guys next time.